Hello everyone, you are welcome to my YouTube channel and to another online class where I'll be learning how to make this Asooke headband design. If you are just viewing this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Please do well to subscribe and also do well to click on the bell icon. And now the materials needed for this tutorial include your Asooke fabric, your Alice hairband, your gum and your appliques for embellishment, your scissors, your measuring tape, as well as your matching color of thread and needle. For this tutorial, we're working on a headband design. It has the band, we're working with Asooke fabric, and it also has the design on it. Okay, the design is in form of triangle or arrow shape. I don't know, however you want to call it or however you see it. Now I want to start with the design. For the design, firstly, I have the fabric for my Alice hairband. This is 15 inches for the length. And then I'm going to go ahead to fold this into 2 equal halves and cut it through at the middle. So this is for the Alice hairband. Reason to wrap the Alice hairband when we get to that point. So we use this part to wrap the Alice band from the midpoint down to from the end to the center, and this other side this other fabric from this other side down to the center. So now I have 15 inches for the length by half width of the fabric. If your fabric is 6 inches, I'll be having 3 inches. If it's 7 inches, I'll be having 3.5 inches. So yes, that's what we're going to be doing. So whatever I'm going to be doing for this side, I said that you also repeat the same thing for this other side down to the middle part. So I have the first piece of fabric, I have my gum. I'll just apply my gum at the tip. I'll fold in my fabric this way. So take note of this weaved edge and the part where we just cut. And then I'll start wrapping my fabric. So I'll wrap this down until I get to the middle part. So at this point, I've almost gotten to the edge. I applied gum at the edge and I'm folding this in. So I'll go ahead to apply my gum now, glue this down, and then use my clip to hold it in place. So this is it. At this junction, I'm done wrapping my Alice hairband and I just want this to get dry. As that is done, I have my Alice hairband this way. So this is it. Now coming over to the design, we need 6 pieces of fabric, of which the length should be 10 inches each. 6 pieces of fabric and the length should be 10 inches for each fabric. Now we're going to pair each fabric so that we'll have 3 pairs, 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. This gives 3 different pairs. Now we'll get each pair of fabric place one on the other and sew it down so as to join it together to create one single fabric. And thereafter we're going to fold in the rough edges and sew it down. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other two pairs that I have. Join both together by sewing it and then fold in the edges. And then for the last piece of fabric for the design also, this is 15 inches for the length. So what I'll just do for this is to fold in the edges and sew. Now I'll get back. Right here I have my piece of fabric. This is the 10 inches piece of fabric which I had to sew down. I've sewn the rough edges, I've joined it together, and I have these three pairs. And then this is the last piece of fabric. I went ahead to fold in the edges of the fabric. This is a 15 inches fabric, so that is that. Now for this 10 inches fabric, this is what I'm going to be doing. I will get each piece of fabric and then fold it down this way. Okay, I'm trying to locate the fine side. This is how the fabric is, and I'll fold it down this way. And I will stitch this down from here to this end. That's for the first piece of fabric. For the second piece of fabric, I also fold it down like this, stitch it down this way. That makes two. I'll get the third piece of fabric, fold it down like in form of a triangle this way, stitch it down this way. And then the last but not the least is this 15 inches fabric. So this is how I'm going to be doing it. I'll take this part upwards this way and stitch it down, then bring this part downwards this way and stitch it down. So I'll go again. The left side, I'll take it upwards, stitch it down, and then this other right side, I'm bringing it downwards this way and then stitch it down. So right here I have my fabrics already sewn. This is the 10 inches fabric. You can see how it looks like. In addition to that, I have the 15 inches fabric here. So I will start with these two. I'll start with two of these first, and then this is what I will do. This is my fabric, so I'll go ahead to pleat this. So you pleat the way you pleat your fabric, just your normal pleat, just that you are pleating down this edge. So after pleating this, I'll get my needle and thread and then tack it through so as to secure it in place. So this is the first one. I'll get the second one and repeat the same thing for it. So this is it. I'm done pleating it. I'll go ahead to position it this way and then tack it through using my needle and thread. So that you have this. Okay, then I will get the third piece, and the third piece is going to be this 15 inches fabric. So what I'll be doing now is that I'll pleat it across the middle. I'll make my pleats across the middle. So I have it this way. So this is it, and I have this. So I'm going to be placing this down and tacking it. Okay, however you want to position it, I'll place it this way to follow the shape, the pattern rather. So I'll tack this all through. That it looks this way. Now I'm going to get my Alice band, which is this. I'll place this down this way, arrange this side down. You can bring this forward if you so wish to cover it. Then ensure that this part is well positioned. I use my needle and thread to tack this down. You can leave it at the top this way. So I'm going to now start tacking to my Alice hairband. So I'm trying to adjust it so that this split comes down to the edge. I didn't consider it initially, but I'm doing so now. So I'll just start tacking it down to secure it. So at this point I have my um design on my Alice headband. Remember, I had to take it down to this pleated part down to this edge and then start tacking down this part. I'm going to apply my gum at this edge here, this edge of the pleated part, and then glue this down like this so that it sits like this. Then this three, I'll tack it at this point, tack it at this point to help me hold it in place this way. Now you can decide to stop. If you want to stop here, it means you need the 10 inches piece of fabric twice, just 2 pieces only. But then I'm going to go ahead to pleat this last piece of fabric again. And then this is it. This is the last piece of fabric. So I will get my headband, and this is going to be coming at the back of my entire work. Ooh la la! This is for my aunties that like it big, that like making an entrance. So this is it, and then I'll go ahead to use my needle and thread to secure it at the back this way. I'll tack it down, then I'm flipping it over to the back. I'm going to arrange this such a way that I will also tack it down to my design this way. So that is what I'll be doing. This is my headband, and after a lot of contemplating, I decided to stop here and leave my headband this way, meaning your 10 inches fabric should be cut out 4 times, not 6 times, except you want to go the extra mile. Now this is the last piece of fabric, and then let me just explain how this should be positioned. This is it, and it's to come at the back this way. But then I decided to do away with this because it's looking so loud and very big, so I will not be using this anymore. So I'll keep it aside, and this is how my work is going to look like. So I've gone ahead to secure everything together, tack at the necessary places to hold it in place. This particular flap here, I brought it in front to cover this splitting at the front, and then you can try to adjust it back. Then you see the pleats right here. Then I've tacked down this end to secure this part in place. This is how my work is. Now to complete this, we're going to be embellishing it. Embellish with any accessory of your choice that you have available. So I have this applique. I can go ahead to place this down this way, or position it down this way, and then the same way I'm covering the front is the same way I'm also going to cover the back part, so that the design can be worn in both ways, either one like this or one this other side. And then I also have this. I can as well also decide to use this to embellish it too. I can use this for embellishment as well, for both the front and the back. I'll just pieces it, cut it to give me the shape that I want, and that is all. So after embellishment, this is how this is looking. I used both appliques for it. This is the front. It can be worn on any side, and this is this other side. I think using this particular applique is much more beautiful than using this. Anyway, clients and their choices. So this is how it looks like. Remember, you get your applique, apply gum on it on the wrong side, UAG gum, and then go ahead to glue it. And that is how I was able to arrive. And with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Look at how this design is looking posh on our dummy head. Thank you for watching. Please do well to subscribe if you haven't done so. Please like, share, and also leave a comment in the comment section. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook and on Instagram as JenieConcept. Bye. See you in our next tutorial.